enemy's doing, how do you search? If you can't search a matter out, how do you know to defeat your enemy? Like the Bible says, search a matter out. So it all goes hand in hand. The other thing is the sources inside Trump administration confirm, this is Emerald Robinson, administration confirmed to me that CDC has been misreporting the data for coronavirus to inflate the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
The same thing just happened in Florida. It was exposed by Fox 35, local news station, that all of the labs in Florida were inflating the numbers, saying 98% positive, when in fact, they said we made a mistake. It was actually 9.4. Huge difference there. Now, my question is this. Why isn't the governor? Why aren't these senators? Why aren't these federal officials coming out and on national television? Forget the local. You need to be going on a national campaign blitz. And you have the facts. You have the scientific facts. Why aren't you out there blasting the airwaves and stop this mass insaneness? Now, you had Walmart, Kroger, Target, Publix, all these different stores coming online for nationwide mandatory masks. They're attacking the food, folks. Now they're going after your food. They don't want you can't get in and get your food without the mask.
That's right. That's right. Man.
Why did they all of a sudden do this at the same time, Chris? We've been in this COVID thing for 4 months now. Why all of a sudden now, boom, everybody's got a nationwide mask law now, or mandatory mask thing in their corporation? Why is that? This almost sounds like it's coordinated to me. How about you?
Very coordinated, Mark. The death rate has bottomed out. Mark, to be honest with you, if you start looking at this, like they don't even call it a pandemic anymore. I mentioned that a while ago. You don't even have a pandemic any longer because the death rate is flattened out. The deaths have become nil. They've literally become nil. And, it is contrived. But
well, look, that CDC thing right there, if that's the truth, and I got no reason to lie because she's very good as far as reporting.
Yeah.
If that's the truth, they need to prosecute these jokers now.
Exactly. They
now.
do.
And stop this mess.
For what they've done to this country, because a lot of it's unconstitutional. But anyway, good stuff there. One other thing, and then we may start taking some questions. You have anything else, buddy, before I want to
Well, I'm going to address something here.
Go ahead.
Again, it's going to be controversial.
Just go ahead and do it.
Everybody knows me. I'm controversial. There's no way around it, folks. There's nothing I can do about it.
Not you, Taylor.
That's just who I am. Is Kanye West running for president?
Come on.
First he was in, then he was out. Now he's in again. Now, look, I understand what people say. He's been saved, this, that, and the other. Now, we all know that mind control victims are scattered. I mean, it's just a fact. That's just what happens when you're mind controlled. There's a part of Kanye over here that probably wants to serve the Lord, but you have other parts of Kanye all over the place that's still being controlled by the Illuminati. It's very obvious by the comms that he's putting out on his Twitter. He's still putting out comms. I even sent some to Gina. Gina was decoding some of it. She's, these are comms. And so, he gave a testimony today. I heard a little bit of the testimony today. It was a very emotional testimony. And I get all of that, guys. I really do. And he may be working for Trump. Some say he's working for Trump. He's trying to help pull in the black vote away from Biden. Look, I get all of that, okay? Irregardless of any of that, he has inserted himself, Chris, as a Christian leader as far as leading worship and all of these different things. And when you got to understand what these people do to get to the point where he's at as a rapper. Rappers are the worst of the worst. Now, look, I understand it's forgiven and forgotten as far as the East is from the West. I get that. But because he's not been completely delivered, and he needs serious deliverance right now. You can tell by his testimony that he was given today. He needs serious deliverance. He's not to be trusted as a leader right now because he's still being controlled to a point. Otherwise, he wouldn't be giving out these comms on his Twitter feed. Now, again, yes, there may be a part of him that wants to serve Christ, but the other parts of him that are scattered are still being controlled right now. So that's my humble opinion on it.
I'm with you.
And so, look, can God use him in certain aspects, like exposing Planned Parenthood, what they've been doing to the blacks, the Democrats, what they've been doing to the blacks? Absolutely. God can use anybody he wants. But is he to be trusted as a leader in all this?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Not right now.
No, he can't. And I guess it remains to be seen, Mark, what goes on there. I'm with you on that. It's been very troubling to me on so many levels as well. I do want to mention one other quick thing before we start taking your questions. This is breaking just in the last hour, but the St. Louis prosecutor, George Soros funded, has decided, and folks, I want you to listen to me very carefully what this lady's decided to do. This will send a chill up everybody's back in this audience tonight. That couple in St. Louis that was defending their property, okay? They didn't go off their property and wave these guns.
Right.
They were standing on their own property, their own home. The protesters had torn down the fence. They had knocked down the gates, okay? And the man comes out with an automatic weapon, and she's brandishing her pistol. Well, the St. Louis prosecutor says that the unacceptable behavior tonight is not the thugs, not the protesters, not the anarchists that were threatening the safety of that couple, but she says the unacceptable behavior is that couple defending their property. Mark, you're a big Second Amendment guy. You defend. Yep. You've been a fireman. You've been a law enforcement person for many, many years. You went in there and rescued people from the fire, and you know the system, and you know exactly what this entails. Let me tell you something, brother. If they can't defend their property, none of us can defend our property. So that prosecutor, if she gets away with this, and I hope she don't, and I hope Bill Barr's listening tonight. I pray to God, Bill Barr, you're listening to Monday Night Spiritual Smackdown, because you need to slap that district attorney down tonight before this goes any further. You just need to call her up and say, this is unacceptable. You're the one that's being unacceptable, not the couple. Mark, they were just trying to defend their property. And if we can't defend our property and basically do that in our own homes, none of us are safe tonight, because that means anybody can walk into your property and threaten you and your family, and you've got no rights to protect yourself, because if you do, you're the subject of a rogue prosecutor because she's liberal and Soros funded and Obama appointed and probably elected by lazy St. Louis voters. But I'm telling you something, that's just scare all of us tonight.
Well, I think, I'm going to clarify something. She was holding a revolver. He was holding a semi-automatic. Not automatic. Semi-automatic.
Yes.
AR-15, modern sporting rifle. And they were defending their home.
They were defending the home. And
no shots were fired.
No.
And so, again, you have to look at this like they were defending their home from a crowd, a hostile crowd, who could have overtaken them probably at any moment, truthfully. And the only way they could have defended themselves was to possibly pull the trigger. Who knows? But the point is that they had their guns taken from them. Now, I heard that there was a gun shop, and whoever that gun shop is, God bless it, gave him a brand new one for free because of that.
He did.
They took it away. Okay. And so, again, you have a rogue. Was it attorney general out there, state attorney general, or a prosecutor?
She was a prosecutor in the county. She's a county prosecutor for the city of St. Louis, in the county that St. Louis, right? The wherever
so
county.
So once again, George Soros has got his tentacles in everything. This is why it's so important at the state and local levels. Again,
absolutely.
Here we go again. It's at the state and local level, and they've even got the Castle Doctrine, I believe, in Missouri.
They do,
just like Florida does.
They do.
So I mean, again, guys, it only takes one. You look at the black lady that was up there in New York City today, or was yesterday?
Beverly Beatty.
She dumped the black paint on the Black Lives Matter mural on the street right there, and she was there for the blue.
I know.
And these cops had to arrest her.
Yeah.
But yet they didn't arrest anybody painting Black Lives Matter all over the thing.
And they defaced the public property first, Mark. They're the ones that defaced that. We had Bevelin on our show last week. We're going to try to get her back and talk about that. Yeah, they arrested her. It was pitiful. And she along with Lauren and the Egg, and I saw Lauren in the chat room tonight, they stood at the first ever Planned Parenthood clinic that Margaret Sanger herself built in New York about 3 weeks ago. And let me tell you how crazy this world has got. Flip Benham from Charlotte, North Carolina, who we've also had on our show, he was preaching. He had his Bible out. He was just simply preaching on the street corner. Cops came by and told him, "You're disturbing the peace, okay? You're disturbing the peace." While 25 feet away was Antifa and Black Lives Matter. And they were militantly trying to protect this abortion clinic. But the one that they called out for disturbing the peace was not Antifa. It was not Black Lives Matter. It was Flip Benham, my dear buddy from Charlotte, who's basically fighting the fight against abortion. Mark, that's calling good evil and evil good. Bevelin Beatty did nothing wrong tonight. And that's another one I hope gets an attorney. And I hope that I know Bevelyn's spirit, and I know that she's a fighter. I don't know if she's going to go this route, but I'm going to tell you something. That's lawsuit material to me. That's lawsuit material to me with the cops.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do anything to the ones that defaced the streets to begin with. And all she was trying to do is make a statement and say all lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter. So, Bevelyn, if you're listening to me tonight, salute to you, dear. We got your back. We got your back on the show.
God bless you.
God bless you, friend. And
at least she's not sitting inside the four walls, sitting on a pew doing nothing. She's out there fighting the good fight. This is the problem. This is what's got to happen right here.
Amen, Mark. No, totally right.